Kweku, did we witness the greatest Champions League final of all time?
No, we went into the greatest performance.
Yeah.
In terms of finals, it's hard to look past Istanbul. Like, if we're being honest, in terms of finals, because of how good the AC Milan team was. Like, the names of the AC Milan team are ridiculous. Yeah. How early they scored those 3 goals, and then how early Liverpool scored their 3 goals in the second half, and then the penalties, the extra time, Jersey Dudek. It had.
Yeah, I think Istanbul, if you go back and look at it, everything, but I feel like a lot of the game, AC Milan were 3-0 up by like what, the 20-something minute?
20th.
From the 20th minute to when, who scored the first goal? Alonso or Gerrard?
Gerrard.
Did Gerrard score the first or Alonso? No, Alonso scored the second? Maybe.
Alonso scored the penalty. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, until the first one, like, you weren't watching that game.
Yeah.
I remember when, like, because it was done. We all thought it was done.
Yeah.
It wasn't until they scored the first one you think, oh, and then the second one, oh, and then it's 3-0 up, and then you're watching it. Like, I remember, like, AC Milan being 3-0 up, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm done. I've got school tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
But then, like, the reason why I say that one is because, bro, no one cares about the place Istanbul. As soon as you say the words Istanbul, you don't
think of Turkey.
You don't think of Turkey, you think of Liverpool, like, which is crazy. When you just say Istanbul, you think of Liverpool. So for me, again, they were our biggest ops in that era. Obviously, Luis Garcia ghost goal. But if I'm being fair, with how stacked the AC Milan team was,
Istanbul better than Nou Camp 99.
Yeah, quality of game for sure. I went back and watched that. The quality of the game was not great.
No, it wasn't.
The quality of the game was not great. Like obviously the final 5 minutes is cinema. Yeah.
Well, that's what that matters.
The commentary is cinema.
Yeah.
But like the whole, because in the Istanbul, sorry, you had like the extra time, like the miss, the penalty shootout with Joe Dudek.
Joe Dudek coming off the line. That wouldn't happen today in today's football.
It's just like, it's such of the time. And then when you look at bro, I remember when I watched the game back, you look at the starting 11s and you just look at the AC Milan team compared to Liverpool. That game should have been 7-0. The difference in the quality of teams is ridiculous. Like, Smitsa.
He bagged. He bagged. Smitsa bagged.
It's crazy.
Vladimir, bro.
Yeah, man. So, but in terms of performance, you got to give it to PSG, man. I think the biggest ever win in the Champions League final or European Cup final was 4-1. I can't remember who it was. Oh, Real Madrid Juventus.
Real Madrid Juve, yeah.
But we've never seen 5-0. We've never seen that before.
Italian teams getting smoked, yeah.
Yeah. But do you know what's so crazy? Again, this was a treble, but Inter-Milan
were on their way to a treble. By April, they were still on their way to... Well, by the semi-final of the Coppa Italia.
Of the Coppa Italia, and then obviously they burnt out. But Inter Milan, I think 2 years ago, maybe a slightly better team, but they were playing against a City team that were very good. Haaland in his first season, City going for a treble, and they only lost that game because... Ederson was on fire for Man City, and obviously Rodri comes up with a winner. But City could have easily lost that final. So it's a well-coached team with decent enough players that gave a Barcelona team that a very good, a difficult time. But to get smoked like that, 5-0, it was crazy, bro. And I think it's the best team performance we've seen in the Champions League final. But I think we've seen more exciting finals for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like team performance-wise, it didn't feel like a final.
No, not
it felt like a normal Champions League game in which there wasn't a home team and there wasn't an away team, but you felt like PSG were just playing this Inter Milan team off the park, and we all thought going into it would be a tactical battle, but it wasn't. Like that PSG midfield is just full of hoopers, bro. João Neves.
But then now, in hindsight, this year's a hindsight year for me, because like with Liverpool before the season, no one said they were going to win it, but in hindsight, it's like, oh, of course they're going to win it. They've got the better team. PSG, in hindsight, it's like, oh, okay, so got one of the best left backs in the world, one of the best right backs in the world, like 3 of the best midfielders in the world, and the best front 3 arguably in the world. Oh, of course they won it. But it's crazy,
bro. Hindsight is a great thing, Quakes, because if you tell me, if you showed me PSG's starting 11 in August, I could have been like, this team could probably win the Champions League. Yeah. Like, you know me and João Neves, I've been on that guy's case for how long? Desiree Doué, for anyone that plays Football Manager knows that Desiree Doué is a cold footballer, and lo and behold, he's a cold footballer, scored 2 and got an assist in the Champions League final. So, yeah, I guess hindsight's a great thing. But it makes me annoyed, because it makes me feel like football's so easy when you think of things like this. Like, yeah, Liverpool have 4, well, now that Trent's gone, Liverpool have 3
world-class players.
Like, why would they not win
Why would they not win the league?
Do you know what I mean? But I guess no one predicted City falling off, Arsenal falling off, whatever. So like, I do agree with you. But I don't know.
I don't know.
Because football's just not that simple, even though sometimes it is.
I would have loved to see Barcelona versus PSG in the final, see how that game would have gone.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, Barca are a worse team than PSG in terms of being a complete team, but they've got X factors. And that's what you need in Champions League football. People take moments. Like, in 90 minutes, Yamal's going to give you something. If Lewandowski's fit, he might give you something. Rafinha's going to give you something. And that could just change a game. So I do think that we were robbed in terms of the football purity of it, of a Barca PSG final.
Yeah, especially with the performance Inter stunk up. Like, regardless of good this Inter team is or whether you rate them or not, losing 5-0 in the final is just unacceptable.
It's embarrassing, man.
It's embarrassing. You don't lose 5-0 in general. Losing 5-0 in a final, like, you shouldn't have turned up.
Nah, you shouldn't have turned up.
There's actually just no point.
It's weird though, because now you look at PSG and it looks like they're set up to dominate. And shout out to Nick Wright, one of my favourite people who talks about it in the NBA. He talked about how every time a team has won in the last 4 or 5 years in the NBA, everyone always talks about dynasties. Like, when Giannis won, it's like, oh, how many's to win now? It's going to be a dynasty at the Bucks. When Jokic won, it's like, oh, how many's going to win? It's just going to be ring collecting. When Boston won last year, it's like, oh, it's the start of the dynasty. And that's what the chat is now with PSG, right? It's like, oh, they're definitely going to win the next 2 or 3 Champions League.
I don't think so.
Football doesn't work like that. Sport don't work like that no more. No. It's like, I think we're not in an era where, because it's so situational and things just change, like, I can see PSG maybe not crashing out, but going out in the quarters next year just because something was not aligned in the team. Like, everything worked perfectly, right? Nuno Mendes hit form at the right time. Hakimi hit form at the right time. Their front players hit form at the right time. It all came up perfectly. Whereas I feel like next year, we might see Barcelona maybe work things out, or Man City come. I don't know. I just feel like they've got to enjoy it right now. But when people start talking about dynasty and you hear it from all the commentators, oh, they're going to dominate for years to come, I don't think it happens in football.
I think we were blessed because we both watched football in the NBA, and we were both blessed with the parallels of two superstars in football, and maybe let's just make Hailey LeBron or Messi in this situation. But we were blessed in a generation of where we knew what we were getting. We knew we were getting Ronaldo in the Champions League final. We knew we were getting the Cavs and Golden State. Yeah. So that's why we spoke about dynasties. That's why we spoke about Real Madrid's 3 and 4 in 4 years.
That's why I talk about Barcelona.
And that's why I talk about Barcelona.
Yeah.
And that doesn't usually happen, but I think because it happened in both football and basketball kind of now at the same time, we've now gone back to normality in which no one dominates.
Yeah.
And teams can go up and down every time. I mean, we're not used to this because we were so used to aliens just controlling the finals and narrative, and we were happy with it. Because, like, prime example, the NBA has not had the same team in the finals for how long now?
Well, think we win it.
Say people just in the finals. Deep it. Like, there's never been the same 2 teams in the finals. And for 4 years straight, we had the Cavs winning the East and the Golden State winning the West, and we saw it in the finals for 4 years straight. 4 finals straight, we saw it.
Last year was Dallas versus Boston.
When was Dallas last time in the finals? 2011.
Yeah. The year
Boston, last time they were in the finals was 2009.
Year before that,
Phoenix. No, Golden State.
No, Denver.
Denver, yeah.
Denver versus, who's Denver beat in the finals? Oh,
Miami? Miami?
What year? No, Phoenix. It was Phoenix.
No, because Phoenix. No, Denver won.
Denver beat who in the finals? Who came out like the East?
What year?
2023.
2023.
The Celtics. Or the Heat.
Oh my God.
No, the Heat was Golden State.
No, Golden State beat Celtics. Golden State beat Celtics because Jason Tatum shat the bed. Golden State beat Celtics in the finals.
Yeah, Golden State beat Celtics.
Yeah,
it was the Heat. It was Denver Heat. Yeah, it was the Heat. Yeah, I was right.
I'm bugging.
Yeah, it was the Heat.
It was Heat.
Yeah. So Denver Heat.
One finals appearances.
Who?
The Nuggets.
Yeah, just the first time in the finals and they won.
So no, you're right. That's such a good point, by the way. Yeah, and Zach, clip that one because that's you'll see. You're spitting.
Clip that.
Yeah.
No, but do you know what?
Spitting because like we had Messi and Ronaldo, right? And I'm not saying that. Well, maybe we had Messi and Ronaldo. Obviously, we all knew that Messi was better, but we just like to play along the narrative. Who's better?
Yeah, but Ronaldo got his own, and made it a debate.
And Steph got his right. We know that LeBron's better than Steph all time, but Steph Seth got the same amount as LeBron. So if people want to make that argument, they can. And like you said, we were being served up the same dish every year,
and we were
loved
eating
it.
and we loved it.
And it was familiarity. And we're still holding on to it to this day. It's like, oh, maybe the Lakers can make a run because they're used to LeBron, or maybe Golden State.
I think we like. Do we like dynasties?
Bro,
Because life was okay for me. Life was okay when Man United were winning the league.
Bro, people complain about dynasties. Dynasties is when the sport is at its most popular. The Premier League was at its most popular when Man United were dominating.
So what about City?
Golf was at the
City
most...
won it for.
Yeah, but
See, like, yeah, something.
There's something about
we like a dynasty that's organic.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
We like organic dynasties.
Exactly. That's why the Bulls was great, right? Because it was an organic dynasty. They drafted Michael Jordan. They drafted Scottie Pippen. And that's why people had an issue with Kevin Durant going to Golden State. Because it's like, that didn't feel organic.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. No, you're spitting. Yeah.
Man United's won the class of 92.
It felt organic.
Even though I think it was organic. City's one wasn't organic because it was oil money.
Yeah.
Okay, you bring Foden up, but name me one other City academy guy that's run it.
Again, all of us will hate it. But if Arsenal went on a dynastic run, it would be good for the Premier League, right? Say Arsenal become like the best team in the league and they're winning title after title, Champions League. The league would be in a better place. It would be in a better place.
Well, let's...